Namaste yogis. Today we are going to go through a practice to nourish the gut and the brain together. Knowing our gut health and having mindfulness around it is really important for us to be able to think straight, make logical decisions and also rest up as well. So today you're going to want a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, just roll up a blanket, possibly a couple blocks, possibly a strap, and I'll meet you back here. Let's come to an easy seated pose when you come back. Thanks. Alright, so easy seated. You can use blocks between your heels to sit on, or a bolster if that feels best, or if you feel comfortable in Vajrasana, kneeling, please do. You can always be on the bottom with your legs crossed in Sukhasana instead. So you're going to bring the hands to the belly and just drop the shoulders down and close the eyes. And just start checking in with your breath. Now the rest of the world might be finally waking up to the key role that our gut health plays in our lives and also on our overall well-being. But our gut can also, and is also, known as our second brain. Digging into that gut instinct, something sometimes you just know is right, you have that gut feeling like this is the right thing to do, or this doesn't feel quite right. So checking in with that right now. And trusting your gut. Anything that you have in your life right now, are you able to trust your gut? Is your gut telling you something that you are resisting? Or maybe you're resonating wholly with it right now. Now there are more neutrons in the gut than there are actually in the spinal column, and luckily we're making some great moves to understanding the link between digestive health and mental health. So with a few twists today, some awakening moves for the gut area, and just to tap into the solar plexus. It's going to aid us in strengthening our gut health and our overall well-being. Giving all of your attention right now to your inhale and your exhale for 5 breaths. Lovely. If you are on your bottom, I'm going to get you to come up to kneeling. If you're already kneeling and you need to give the legs a shake out, please do. So maybe just give those toes a wiggle and the ankles a roll. And then we're going to come onto hands and knees and come into a seated sideline twist. Now I'm hoping my microphone's not going to start cracking as I lie forward. But we're going to place the bolster in front of us, and we're going to start by coming onto our left side to start. So bolster is close towards our left hip. We're just going to rest down with the body on bolster. I'm just moving around a bit just so the mic doesn't get squished. Maybe I can move it. Apologies if this is making a noise. So resting down with the head facing towards your right. Just breathe into the midline of the body. support of the earth beneath you. If you set an intention, you may want to repeat that now, or if you haven't set one already, go ahead and do that now. And if one's not coming to surface, that's okay, you don't have to use one. But if you resonate with any of what I say, you might want to use these. I trust myself. I trust my gut feeling. I'm in tune with my mind and my body. I lead with my heart, but I take my brain and my gut with me. Okay, gently push up into the hands. We're going to swap sides. So come onto hands and knees. And then pop onto your right. I'm just going to swap my mic over again. Apologies in advance. And take 10 breaths here, looking over to your left. Alright, let's come back onto hands and knees and pop your bolster out the way. As we just take a gentle child's pose, so toes together, knees out, bottom sinks back towards the heels and rest down here. You can bring your forehead onto the mat if you'd like. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, that's okay, you can rest it in the forearms, you can maybe rest on a bolster or a block instead. Just one more breath here. And then on to hands and knees. We're going to take cobra pose. So we're going to sink the belly down onto the floor, push into the tops of the feet, and just be mindful that you're not sticking your bum up. So we're drawing the tailbone down, hands are in line or directly underneath the shoulders, and we're going to roll the shoulders up. Take 5 breaths. So breathe into that lower belly. Breathe into the solar plexus as well. So the space just at the navel. You may want to think about breathing into the solar plexus and through to the heart. Maybe all the way to the crown of the head. And release down. And let's take Sphinx pose. So slide the forearms forward. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Again, drawing tailbone down towards the earth, pushing through the feet, lifting through the kneecaps. 5 breaths. Close the eyes. Grow through the crown of the head. Being able to stand proud and strong in your decision making. Fully trusting that the decision that you make is the right one. Last breath. And release down. Come on to hands and knees, taking dolphin pose. So forearms down. And you can just start by hovering the knees, but if you're able to straighten the legs, go ahead and do that. Maybe pedal the feet. I'm quite tight in my calves today, so I'm not going to worry too much about straightening my legs. But make make sure we're lifting out from the shoulders as well, so we're not finding ourselves with the forehead close to the floor. We're pushing away, drawing tummy button to spine. Last breath. And let's come up to a downward facing dog. So come up onto the hands and reach away. Take any movement that feels nice. Spread the toes. Tummy button draws draws back to navel. Elbows are soft, fingers are spread. Shoulder blades are wide. I'm drawing down the back still, so we're not finding ourselves hunching. The inner creases of the elbows are reaching forward towards the top of your mat. And let's step the hands and the feet together wherever you want to on your mat. So folding forward in Uttasana. So feet are going to be, let's bring them shoulder width apart, so more or less, or hip width, more or less 2 fists worth apart. If this is too much, you can come up halfway. Make sure you're bending the knees, releasing the neck, releasing the shoulders. If it feels good, you can maybe take hold of opposite elbows or forearms. Three more breaths. Maybe imagine the energy running from the gut all the way to the brain here, connecting you a little bit deeper. Last breath. And let's take a halfway lift. So hands on the floor, shins or thighs. Take a breath in. And breathe out, fold forwards. Let's roll up through the body, vertebra by vertebra. Reaching the arms up when we get there. Deep breath in. Hands through to prayer, heart space. Close the eyes. And let's bring the big toe joints together. Heels slightly apart. Lift all 10 toes up and just fan them out onto the mat. Coming into mountain pose, so release the hands down by our sides, palms facing forward, navel draws back, ribs are drawing back as well. So if you can imagine the crown of your head, your throat, your heart center, and the base of your spine are all directly stacked in one long line. Let's take hold of our left wrist with the right hand above the head and take a reach over to the right, grounding through both legs, being mindful not to shift the weight either side. We're just taking a gentle lift. And come to center, swap sides. So taking hold of the right wrist. And come back to center. Bringing the hands into prayer, let's sink down into a chair pose. I apologise, I need to click my elbows. So sink into chair pose. Now here, if you feel better having the feet apart and the knees apart, then go ahead and take that. If the toes are together, the knees stay together. Just make sure you can see your toes beyond your knees so they're not coming too far forward. Tucking the bottom, and we're going to sink down as far as we can. So we're coming into more of a fire posture now. And we're going to take the left elbow to the outer right knee. And stack those elbows above each other. Be mindful that this left knee isn't moving in front of the right knee. So both knees are in line. Tummy button is tight towards the back body. Inhale, come back halfway. Exhale, take your twist to the left. 2 breaths. Elbows stacked above each other. Inhale. Come back to center and lift all the way up. Release the hands down. Spread the toes. Bring the toes together if they were apart. Let's take a breath in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, fold all the way forward to the earth. Halfway lift, breathe in. As you breathe out, take your right leg back, runner's lunge. Drop the knee onto the floor, reach the arms up. Inhale. Open out through the front of the body. Breathe out, hands come down to the earth. Inhale to a plank. Now as you exhale, drop the knees, drop the chin and the chest down to the earth. Inhale, come forward. Either a cobra, which we did before, or an up dog if you're ready. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the right foot comes forward. See if you can keep the heels of the hands on the floor, she says. And pop the left knee down, reach the arms up, breathe in. Drop the shoulders, breathe out, hands come down to the earth, forward fold. Uttasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. And roll it through the body, or come up with a flat back, whatever feels best. Hands through to prayer, heart space. Let's do that again. Breathe in, reach all the way up. Breathe out, fold forward. Release the neck. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take your left leg back this time. Drop the knee, reach the arms up, breathe in. Heel and knee squeezing towards each other. Breathe out, hands to the earth. Breathe in, come into a plank. As you breathe out, drop the knees, chin and chest down to the earth, 8 point. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time, inhale the left foot forward between the hands, see if you can keep the heels of the hands on the floor. Breathe in, dropping the knee, reaching the arms up. Breathe out, hands to the earth, forward fold. Release the neck, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release down. Roll it through the body, vertebra by vertebra, or flat back. Breathe in, hands through prayer, heart space. Lovely, let's walk the hands down the legs. And we're going to step our left leg back. Pop the knee onto the floor and toe heel the right foot out to the side. And we're going to have the hands on the inside. Let me just adjust my trousers, sorry. Walk the right foot to the outside of that right hand. Now we've got the option, if you've got blocks, use blocks underneath your hands here to give you that extra support. If we can, let's get a little bit more strength, a little bit of fire into this, just to fire up the gut by lifting the back knee off the floor. Wrapping your right hip back and your left hip forward, so you're not opening out to the side. You're squaring yourself as much as you can, and you're growing through the crown of the head, drawing tummy button to spine. Three more breaths. Here's 2. And 3. Inhale the right leg back. Hold here for 5 breaths. On blocks or not. Here's 2. 3. You've got this. 4. 5. Now your left foot is going to come forward, outside of the left hand. 5 breaths here. So we're in a yang posture. We're not coming into yin where we're releasing into the earth. Still push against the earth and feel the earth pushing against you. The strength that you have here. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Here's 4. And 5. Lovely. And let's take that left foot back and drop the knees down. And come back to a kneeling posture. We're going to take ourselves into garland pose, so our malasana. So walking the hands forward, step back into a down dog. So our blocks are directly underneath the body now. We're going to walk our feet to the outsides of those blocks with the toes turning out. And we're going to sink the hips down and bring the hands into prayer. Now this is where, if you don't want to use a block, you don't have to. You can just not use one at all. You can also, if you can't get the heels on the floor, you can use your heels on top of the block, roll up the back of your mat. But be mindful that you don't find yourself rolling in through the feet here. So we want all four corners of the feet evenly weighted, and we're going to push those elbows into the knees and push the knees in towards the elbows. So you're getting that push and pull. Well, it's really just a push and push, not a push and pull. And we're growing again, crown of the head, tucking the tail. This is a great one for getting that digestive system working and moving. 3 more breaths. Relaxing the face. Brilliant. And from here, let's take ourselves back to a down dog. So pop those blocks out the way if you had them. Back to a down dog. If you would like to vinyasa here, please do. So inhaling through plank, exhale, chaturanga, inhale up double cobra, and then exhale back to a down dog to meet me here. Brilliant. Okay, pyramid pose. So left foot is flat on the floor, in line with our plumb line, so that middle line of the body. And then the right leg is going to come forward underneath the chest. And we're going to straighten up both legs. Now, if you're quite tight in the hammies at the moment, maybe give yourself some support so you can ease into this posture a bit more. So using those blocks underneath the hands. But if you feel okay, maybe see if you can reach the fingertips beyond the line of where the toes stop. And reach and just drape your body over your right leg, drawing the right hip back, left hip forward, lifting through the fronts of the knees, and trying to pull that crown of the head up in between those hands. Tummy button to spine. One more breath. Stepping the left foot forward to meet the right. Give the legs a little shake out. And we're going to step the right leg back, pyramid pose on the other leg. So 5 breaths. Notice how one side will feel slightly different to the other. Always will anyway, because we've already worked on one side more than the other. 3. Right hip forward, left hip back. 2. And 1. Step that right foot forward, take a halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, take the left foot back. Revolve to triangle, so we're going to turn that left foot out a little bit more. Feet may be either side of an imaginary line. Left hand, you can bring the left hand onto a block here. So our first option is just to bring the right hand onto the small of the back. So we can stay here and maybe gaze towards the right shoulder is our first option. Taking it a little bit further again, maybe bringing the left hand down to the earth in line with the right foot and opening the body up. Or maybe you can lift yourself up, fingertips are light upon the earth, and reach the right arm up. 5 breaths. 2. 3. 4. 5. Step the hands down. Left foot steps forward. Give the legs a shake out. Right leg back. So we've still got the heart above the head. Right hand in line with the left foot. Block or no block. Left hand onto the small of the back. Option, look to your left shoulder. Or open yourself up a bit more. Maybe reach the left arm up. 5 breaths. Strong twist here. Is 2. 5. Hands come down to the earth. Step your left foot back to a down dog. Brilliant. And let's sink the knees down, coming into Anahatasana. So make sure you've got room at the top of your mat. Knees and hips are going to stay in line with each other. We're going to bring the forearms, you can bring the forearms down to the floor, similar to how we did dolphin earlier. Or if you can, keep the forearms off the floor and find that long length from the tips of the fingers to the tailbone. Breathing into the heart and breathing down towards the gut. So fill up into the back of the ribs, that whole heart space, and breathe down to the gut. Now as we breathe in these postures, you can treat your breath as a massage for the gut as well. So allow yourself to feel that as you breathe. Brilliant. And let's come on to our tummies once again. And popping blocks out the way, we're just going to take a spinal twist on our backs. So we're going to start by taking the left arm out to the side. Right hand is going to be underneath the right shoulder. And we're going to bring this right leg up to a 90-degree angle. So you can stay here. I'm just mindful of my mic at the moment. Just move that over a bit. So you can stay here and just bring the head onto a bolster or a block. Or if you want to take your spinal twist and that bit of the heart opener, come onto your left side. And from your left side, you're going to pick your right foot up and place your right foot behind you. A nice open twist here, so we're not closing up, but we're opening through the heart. Left hand can be facing up or down. We've still got that connection to the earth, so keep drawing the tailbone down, the navel in towards your back body. If you want to take this further again, maybe bring that right arm around to the small of the back, or if it's available, see if you can bring interlace the fingers. 3 more breaths. And let's release. So we're going to swap sides. So come really, really slowly onto your tummy. Left arm is going to come in. Right arm is going to open out to the side. I'm going to change my mic over to the other side of my top. And then roll onto the right. Left foot places behind. Maybe interlace those fingers behind you. 5 breaths. And release. Come back onto your tummy. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. And then you're going to take yourself back into a child's pose, all the way back. So sink the bottom onto the heels. Maybe if it feels okay, have the knees together. And you'll get maybe a slightly deeper massage into the belly. There's a little bit of constriction there. If that doesn't feel good, if you're finding it hard to breathe, then open the knees out. Create that space. Last breath here. Coming onto our bottoms, with the soles of the feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana, or it's known as butterfly as well. or cobbler's pose, because we're going to bring the feet a little bit further away. So blocks, if you've got them, if you want to use them, you can pop them underneath the calves, underneath the knees if you've got quite open hips and you want that extra support. Or if you're like me and you've just done loads of skipping and you're just a bit sore, you might just want to have that support. So taking a closed twist, we're going to bring the right hand to the left knee, and left hand is going to sit directly behind the sacrum onto the floor. And we're just going to gaze over the left shoulder, growing through the crown of the head. So again, stacking up the crown of the head, the throat, the heart, and the base of the spine, our roots, all in one line. Remember that breath as it works as a tool to massage the gut. So as you breathe out, you can really massage and just draw it in and take a deeper twist. Not pulling with the arms. And let's swap sides. So the left hand is going to come to the right knee, right hand sinks behind you. Lift up through the crown. You've got 5 breaths. Come back to centre. Okay, you gently come onto your backs. I'm going to sink all the way down, use the hands to support you as you come down, and hug the knees in, take a rock from side to side. And extend your right leg away as you hug the left knee in. And take your twist here. So for today, I'm going to get you to bend your right knee, bring your left foot onto your right thigh, and twist over to the right. Open the left arm, palm can face up or down. If you feel that you want a bit more grounding, maybe have the palm facing down. And then that right hand can come onto the tummy. And feel the warmth of your hand against the solar plexus. Just that gentle touch to say, you're safe, we've got you, I trust you. And slowly bring yourself back to centre. Swap the legs over, hug the right knee in, extend the left leg away. And then bend the left knee, right foot plants on top of the left thigh. Take the legs over to the left, right arm is out to the side, palm facing up or down. Left hand comes onto the torso. Resting just around the navel, 5 breaths. Bring yourself back to centre. And have the feet together, knees together. We're just going to rock from side to side. Release the lower back. And gentle rocking through the body. If there's any other posture that you'd like to take before coming into final relaxation, please go ahead and do so. Definitely twists are good. Happy baby will be another really good one to finish off your practice today. But if you feel ready, gently come into final relaxation. Heels are grounded upon the earth. lengthen yourself out as much as you can. And take as long as you need in your relaxation, in your Shavasana. If you feel that you'd like to pop on a meditation track, go ahead and do that. But I invite you to just stay here and listen to your breath and just trust your breath here as you breathe in and you breathe out. Your breath can tell you a lot about where your mind's at, where your gut's at. Check in with that intention. Thank you so much once again for joining me today. Have a fab rest of your week. Namaste.